Oh, shortly, I think we're live now. Finally, you can see us. Right. So if you can see me, if you can hear me, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for watching. And you know, this stream is gonna be one of those things today. Either it goes absolutely great or we sink. But I'm determined to get it to the top five again, just like yesterday. We did it yesterday. I made it to the top five. And today the aim is to make it to stay in the top five or even go top two. Yamal, I'm looking forward to seeing him. I'm looking forward to see the rest of um, the French players. I think in the Spanish team, I'm only looking forward to see Yamal, and that's the difference. I want to see every player in the French team play. I want to watch them all play. Literally watch them play because they play such good football. Anyway, we've got Mboma asking for £250,000, allegedly. By the way, that's how we don't know if it's true or not, but we're soon to find out. Bro, if United pay Mboma £250,000 a week, wave goodbye to football, man.
Lined up in their course back in March.
Yeah.
Now with the France team, your
We've got
gaze
4
might
3
naturally
3.
be taken to the forward line, but
4 2
arguably
3
the
1.
story is at the other
France.
end of the pitch, because three of Didier Deschamps' regular back four are missing. So Pierre Kalulu makes his senior national team debut, and on his 25th birthday. Clement Longley hasn't played for France for almost 4 years, but he starts tonight.
This is
Two of Paris Saint-Germain Man's
Going to be
Champions
one of
League
them.
winners are in that potent-looking attack. Ousmane Dembele and the exciting Desiree Doué, who scored twice in that final against Inter.
Desiree stats, Mbappe stats.
Award as well.
We're about to watch some good football.
Kylian Mbappe.
Welcome to the stream, guys.
Yamal on the same pitch for the
So they've gone 4-2-3-1.
in less than a year.
Spain has gone 4-3.
It's the 13th meeting this century between Spain and France, and they just get more and more intriguing by the occasion. Two colossal teams, compelling to watch, with players whose world-class abilities are unquestionably clear. France are on Spain's mind, Spain are in France's head. This is a rivalry that is fast becoming contagious. As the front of one Spanish newspaper put it this morning, it is a night to dream. A collection of some of the very best in the world converging on a mild June night in Stuttgart. Some fresh from Champions League success, others back in Germany reminiscing about balmy nights from 12 months ago at Euro 2024. And for us and others, Karen Bartley, we have the pleasure of sitting back and watching this dream night of football unfold.
And what a pleasure it's been. You know, the talent on display over the recent weeks, especially Saturday's UEFA Champions League final, was incredible. You know, for France, this is an opportunity to harness that momentum from that historic PSG win, and, you know, an opportunity for maybe the players not involved to focus their disappointment on a new target.
Correa creeping forward for the first time for Spain. And Luis de la Fuente's team a throw. Deschamps this week called Spain the best team, not in Europe, but in the world right now. Hausen, who was
Spanish team is
so excellent when he was given his opportunity in March for Spain against the Netherlands.
Look at them, every single one of them.
And of course, next season
just,
we'll be seeing him
play
in
for
Real Madrid
every top club in the world.
The black and red of Bournemouth of the Premier
Play for
League.
Manchester United, can play for Real Madrid, they can play for Barcelona, AC Milan, Inter Milan,
Absolutely outstanding for Bournemouth this season.
Chelsea, City, Liverpool. That's the Spanish team for you.
Announce himself on the European stage next.
Mbappe scrapping for the ball and unable to reach it. And the first roar goes up as Lamine Yamal connects the ball for Spain. Too many times that Yamal chooses to go backwards rather than forwards over these next 88 minutes. Lenormand, the French-born Spanish defender. There's another little narrative playing out tonight. Moreno.
Spain are keeping the ball nicely there.
It's Martin Zubimendi.
I've gone for 4-3 tonight.
Spain in the Nations League.
Let us know your score predictions, please.
3 years ago this September. Porro giving it to Yamal. Back with Pedro Porro, who sent it in with some purpose. He's going to try and make a nuisance of himself for part 2. And it's claimed by Manuel. It's France's turn to attack.
On a break.
They do so with their debutant, Pierre Kalulu. This is Dembele.
Kalulu is playing tonight. First time ever for France.
Michael Elise. And for Theo Hernandez, who saw sight of goal and thought it was worth an effort.
It's an interesting start to this game, isn't it? Theo Hernandez loves to
Hernandez went for goal. But
unleashed a little warning shot
over the bar.
Making sure Unai Simon is switched on, but I do think, Chris, we were kind of wondering how this game was going to start. Was going to be a million miles a minute. Both those teams just feeling each other out for weaknesses.
Robust from Manu Kone in midfield, but it's France cantering again. There's Moreno.
Here
Mendy.
comes Spain.
Now asks for it, and as ever, gets it. Nobody in the box in red at the moment. Nico Williams is threatening making an entrance. There's Porro. He's seen plenty of the ball in the first 4 minutes. Yamal. And the opportunity might be there for Yamal again. It's going to be a Spain corner.
Spain getting so
Nearly. Wow. Nearly. I think he got corner. That's what I mean. I look forward to watching him, play football. I look forward to seeing him play football.
Unfortunate, really, France come away with not conceding there.
Set pieces have been a bit of an issue for France in more recent games. Yamal's corner, and more than a few Spain shouts for handball that are swiftly waved away by Michael Oliver.
Bro, the 17-year-old is taking corners for Spain. Madness.
There's just guiding it back to Magnan, and Michael Oliver just
They're
checking
sharp there for a penalty kick, but no. Handball. The ref just ruled it out. A quick check by VAR.
To see what was going on inside that penalty area, because there was a cluster of bodies in there. Doué, but not in the penalty area where he wants to be for France. Rabiot. They're just trying to open the pitch up a bit for the French. Dembele's touch, unable to release Mbappe, but he's won it back, Ousmane Dembele. And I'm not sure they're going to catch him. Dembele. Mbappe tried one more pass for Elise.
What a missed opportunity by Mbappe.
Mbappe to be unselfish in a position like that.
Wow.
On the left, but it was a massive save, really well timed.
France should be 1-0 up.
Close that angle as quickly as he did. And
what a save, though. What a save. Big, huge save.
Well, the winner in the 2021 Nations League final between these two, Kylian Mbappe. Cucurella is getting a fair bit of stick every time he gets the ball, and one would presume that comes down to his handball that didn't go. Germany's way in the quarter.
Right, here we go. Jeez, it's end-to-end stuff, you know. Nico Williams. And here comes France. Wow. One pass took out about 4 people there. See, Hernandez. That was the shot for the penalty there, the handball. But no, definitely it wasn't an handball. France are keeping the ball now. I think they've got into the game. You know, Spain are chasing. Spain got the ball. Here we go, Yamal. Yo, the kid is too good, man. Oh, they gave that away too easy, man. Too easy. Here comes France. Mbappe. Ooh. Again. Spain can't seem to keep the ball. Here comes France. Ref said no, no foul. Theo Hernandez is having fun. He's playing really well. Oh, the keeper just scored. What is that? Is that Mbappe? They're trying to play from the back now, Spain.
Because of wrist surgery, but Athletic Club in Spain again this season is so defensively tight. We've conceded 29 goals as a team, lowest in La Liga. Elise would be into the path of Doué.
Elise is cooking, bro. Oh, poor pass.
Done all the important bits as relinquished possession.
So silky, so smooth.
Elise is cooking. I don't even know how to say his name, but yeah, the guy's cooking in that midfield.
And Barcola and Hernandez. Zaire Emery for PSG, and then of course Thuram and Pavard for Inter. Not forgetting the Spaniard involved as well, Fabian Ruiz, who is on the bench tonight.
Yeah, he'll be disappointed at this time.
Mbappe has had the one big chance of the game so far. Elise. There's Rabiot. Kone. Bellet.
Come on!
Elise. By Housen. Corner France.
Corner kick.
It's a well-weighted pass into the area. Ken Unai Simon reads it so well, goes down a little bit early. Good save.
It's a clever pass. This is Hernandez.
Oh!
Didn't look Theo Hernandez like he was in full control
crossbar,
of his effort, and
crossbar.
yet somehow Unai Simon still was nearly beaten.
Brilliantly worked. Absolutely in acres of space, Theo Hernandez at the edge of the area, and he's leaning back and just gets away from him, but he still manages to rattle the post and the crossbar. Unbelievable effort.
Shomps knows how close that was. Knows that his team cannot afford to be too wasteful. It's a sign of Spain's quality.
See, all the top teams in Europe, they play with four at the back.
The only team to beat Spain in a competitive game under Luis de la Fuente's guidance, remarkably, are still Scotland.
The only team yesterday that didn't do that lost the game, Germany. They play with three at the back.
Did he make 8 changes in the game? Something he probably wouldn't do again is disrupt the starting 11 that much.
But the particular angst of the Manchester City midfielder Rodri in the aftermath of that defeat.
Here comes Spain. Oh, France won that ball again. It's too easy, man. They're giving the ball away too easily.
Closed down by Cucurella. Nico Williams. And for Lamau, seen though by Hernandez, who was brave enough to step in and intercept it.
Mbappe on the pace.
Okay. Not quite able to eke the pass on to
Whoa.
Hernandez, who continued his run.
Takers.
Caught by Zubamendi.
You know, that Arsenal signing does not look too pleasing for me at all. What is it called? Zubimendi has been giving the ball away too easily. I can't believe this Theo Hernandez guy is looking to go to Saudi. You know, is he actually going to Saudi? Is he going to Saudi Arabia? Yo, France is so good. Switch play. They're in control of the midfield. Wow. It's like Spain trying to play counter-attack football. They all just sat back and wait for France to attack them. Look at that. Everything is being done in their own half right now, the Spanish half.
And they tried to engineer himself some room, a little more maybe for Kalulu. This is Elise. Mbappe. Desiree Doué. Mbappe. Right in front of him was Pedri, the Spanish player who has been in front of Kylian Mbappe a few times this season.
I think Spain are managing the phases pretty well. They're transitioning into a mid to low block, limiting the space in behind and really making France play in front of them. And it takes so much discipline to be able to do that for long periods of time. So hopefully they don't switch off for their sake.
Hernandez nudging it on to Doué. Doué is trying to make that angle. Struck that right to Unai Simon. But clearly, Karen, there is a player who is full of confidence right now.
Oh, he looks like he's 10 feet tall. He's got so much belief, and why shouldn't he? He's done so much in a short period of time, but for me, that was a bit too easy for him to receive the ball there, take a touch on the inside, create some separation, have a shot target.
He was just a teenager when he won the Champions League on Saturday. His 20th birthday on Tuesday.
Dembele has been pretty quiet.
He's won the Champions League. He's won the Man of the Match, Ligue 1, Coupe de France, and Olympic silver medal all before his 20th birthday. That's absolutely mad.
It's quite a high bar he sets himself.
Oh, from Spain.
Nico Williams going to test Canate here. Williams, Magnan was needed, and he was needed to get down low and get down there quickly too.
No, it was an orthodox save when he did the job, didn't he?
Zubimendi was thinking about trying himself. Yamal. Yamal.
What a waste on
Deflection on that. Just waiting for Michael Oliver to indicate that Spain have their corner.
Nico Williams with the step overs.
There's that chance again. Nico Williams puts on his left foot, takes a shot just before Magnan in the goal can get set. He does a job nonetheless.
Didn't make his French debut until he was 25, Mike Magnan. largely because of the long-term presence of Hugo Lloris. Spain corner, and they're going to have another one, behind by Hernandez.
Certainly some big shoes to fill, Hugo Lloris, but he's had 15 clean sheets and 30 appearances for France, and a terrific Euro campaign last summer, didn't he?
Another delivery from Pedri, and one is going to be a France goal kick. Moreno was relatively close to it and has shown on more than one occasion.
Would you rather have the Spain coach or the French one? Spanish manager or French? Spain are back in it. They're keeping the ball again.
Rabia was left in his wake. A social media post from the Spaniards in the hours followed with a picture of the goal and simply the words "checkmate."
It's one way to air your grievances, isn't it?
Sat right as he always is, just between those two Spain centre-halves. The absence of Rodri, of course, who is still working his way back to full fitness. Against Manchester City at the end of their Premier League season. Conte calls Martin Zubimendi the Rodri clone.
What a goal!
Jamal. With our ball. Nico Williams!
Nico Williams. France has dominated the game throughout, and just like that, Konate is a fault for this one.
Has just cracked the European champions into a first half lead.
Yeah, there comes the dance. Here comes the dance.
What a moment for that young man. The build up here starts deep. Yamal just going 1v1 against Theo Hernandez. It's too easy for me. Ball into the midfield. I love a little layoff. Maybe a little bit fortunate. But Pierre Kalulu must be better. I know it's his birthday, but he's not getting any gifts. Nico Williams just slams it home with authority, doesn't he? That's how much it means to the Spanish side. This young man, these fans.
And that seems to be the thread of late in Spain-France games. It is La Roja who hold the cards. Meanwhile, there's a bit of an issue for Pierre Kalulu here. Seems to have been on the end of that heavy challenge from Correa that's caused the damage.
Feisty, but fine. Yeah, it's an interesting proposition for France, isn't it? You know, do you protect the central areas and force them to play out wide? Arguably their most dangerous players, or force them inside into some of their best creators. It's quite a tough challenge, one I don't envy Didier Deschamps.
And the role is...
I need to see that goal again because France have been dominating so much of this half. Right. I know I predicted 4-3 to France, but the way they've been playing, they dominated the first half, or the first 30 minutes or so, and all of a sudden, boom, from nowhere, Nico Williams and Neymar, helped each other out. So, as promised tonight, these guys are going to give us a really good game. Wow, 2-0. It's 2-0. That's mad. Bro, what's this? What's the French doing? What are they doing? Two 0 Too easy. Too easy. Quick update. I mean, my prediction still stands, right? 4-3. I'm still going for 4-3. Moreno. Arsenal players. Cooking. It's not looking good for France. It's not looking good for France at all. They need to step the game up. Arsenal players are cooking now. Got 2 Arsenal players in that Spanish team. 2 Arsenal players in that Spanish team cooking. Mikel Moreno and Zubimendi. They're both playing tonight. They both start for France. I mean, Spain. Sorry.
He's going to fancy Richards first, and he does ahead of Lulu. Williams is having the time of his life at the moment. He's going to be able to continue the thrust of that latest Spain attack.
What did Yamal say? Let's decide the Ballon d'Or on Thursday night. Here we are.
He's making them pay. Pedro's absolutely put in the shift as well. He's been tremendous for Barcelona this season. He brings so much ability and vision and creativity that Spanish midfield has shown tonight. Spades.
France were kicking the ball really well, but the final thought has letting them down like that.
Into Lamo Man. I think you'll feel it if you do that.
And then Spain are playing counter-attack football.
Necessarily in there for his ball-playing abilities, Robin Lamo Man. But taking the physicality, perhaps.
Certainly shows that physicality, doesn't he? Kind of takes one for the team, if you will, and enables other players around him to shine. There's no nonsense. That's the job.
Still close to the game for him. Okay. Absolutely. Same influence in the last 15 minutes or so.
This will come back second half. There's the first half now. Looks like, look at the spin, they just sat back. Definitely playing counter-attacking football. They're playing defending. You can see. Here comes Dembele.
A slight reticence from France when they do get into those wide areas to send balls into the box.
Yeah, there's no bodies in the area, so it wouldn't make any sense.
You say. Here's Doué.
Sure.
Took the ball to Porro, but Doué went for it. I think Unai Simon must have seen that late. His reaction certainly suggested he did.
It's a tremendous reaction save to get that left hand down as quickly as he did. Again, it's too easy, too much space for Doué at the edge of the box.
Spain definitely playing counter-attacking football. They sat back. It's like almost they packed the bus. You know, they've packed the bus literally and just wait for the French team to lose the ball and they counter. I mean, if that's how they want to play, then and they're winning, it works for them. But I was expecting end-to-end stuff tonight. But so far, only the French team are playing like they want to play football. So the Spanish team playing as if they've been managed by Jose Mourinho. But that's how they've won all their trophies anyway. With this coach, he's won everything, so you can't really fault him. It's not like they don't have the players. They have the players to play good football. They've got the players. They don't need to sit back and defend and wait for counter-attack.
La Liga goals. 43 in competitions for Real Madrid.
Minute played, and Spain 2, France 1. France 2, sorry.
Way back from here when you are playing against a team who have not lost a competitive game for 2 years.
There's about 2 assists.
Spain have their fallibilities, don't they? I've seen them switch off several times over the course of the last year. Deep crosses or runs in between centre backs and full backs. So definitely need to stay alert. I think France need to feel encouraged that it's not worse.
Now we've got Champions League winners in that page, and we also have Europa League winners on that page.
This season, and he made a big difference to the team when he eventually got his opportunity. Porro has given away an awful throw there. And trying to help out. It's flattered into the back of Desiree Doué. He's going to be booked for doing so.
Well, we spoke about those fallibilities, didn't we? And that was a big one. Pedro Porro switched off. Camille Lamont switched off as well from that throw.
Doing.
He gets a yellow. That's too easy. A yellow.
But he has had to be active, Unai Simon, so far.
Oh, definitely. That's what I mean. I think France should still be encouraged that they're creating opportunities, and it's obvious from what we just saw a moment ago that Spain will switch off from time to time. France just need to be alert when that moment does come.
Had the luxury of allowing that ball to bounce before he took his touch, and he's got the free kick out of Manu Kone as well.
Tell you what, it's looking more like Spain are playing like as a team.
A very busy season with Roma in Serie A, Manu Kone.
And France, they're playing with individual talent or whatever.
Across all competitions
they're
with
not
them.
playing as a team, France. That's what I'm looking at right now.
Experience in Germany as well.
It doesn't matter who plays for Spain. They all play the same style. Whilst France, all the players, they're all just...
That was one thing I noticed about them.
They're all brilliant on the ball, but they're not playing as a team. Like, there's no style. Mbappe will have to drop back all the way.
It's a really dangerous one and only half away.
Very comfortable.
Porro, and that's really nice flight on it as well from the Tottenham Hotspur defender.
France really struggling to clear their lines, putting themselves under a lot of pressure without having a proper outlet.
A 7-minute play to...
They are to get their Spain. It would be their third successive Nations League final.
To France.
Italy as semi-final opponents in both 2021 and 2023. After Portugal's win last night against Germany in Munich, we know
they need to score. They definitely need a goal, France. They're not playing like a team at all. Individual talent is crazy on that team for them not to be playing as a team. Spain has gone back to allowing France to play, just play in front of them. Too easy saves, man. He bit his man and he just shot, but the keeper picks it up. They do it from the back, bro. Yeah, foul. Is Rodri playing? You see why Real Madrid came for this guy, and got him from Wolves or Bournemouth. Wolves. He's already playing for the Spanish team, bro. Midfield as well, starting. A former Wolves player already starting for the Spanish team. That's mad. Here comes Yamal. He beats his man. 1, 2, 3, goal. Ooh, nearly. Quick feet. Hoisin. He's good. I'm not surprised Real Madrid has come for him. Whoa, that's a rugby tackle there. There's a lot of grappling in that box. Wow. Come on. Two on him. Ooh. See what he tried to do there. See what he tried to do. Here comes France. And they all just defend back. They all just run back and defend. It's mad, you know. And they're playing four in the back as well. They're not like they're playing two at the back. They're playing four. Ooh, what a save. Fine save. Was the offside actually? It was offside, wasn't it? Dembele. Yeah, it was offside. But the keeper had to save that anyway. It doesn't matter. He still had to save it. Almost first half. First half's coming to an end. Um,
Just quietly trying to whisper a few words to the big Yamal. That's why, because Yamal is going to take it on and he's lifted it in. This is beautiful. That is a brilliant goal. Finished by Dean Housen. And to the disappointment of Spain and probably quite a few neutrals, the offside flag is going to deny a piece of art.
Oh, and that belongs in a museum. That was tremendous.
They whisper at each other, and he just turned up. He just ended up there. But unfortunately for him, he was offside.
Housen was offside. But again, so unselfish. Lovely little movement.
Could have had his first goal. They're still checking it, but
initial pass, isn't it, to Zubimendi, I think, where he has just crept beyond.
Spanish bench, look at that. And he almost sat there.
Elmo and Cohen joined in. Has now been clarified by VAR that initial flag for offside. As the correct one under the semi-automated offside technology.
It speaks to the confidence and the freedom I think that Spain have, especially Lamine Yamal, to be able to pull something off like that on this stage. It's a delightful finish. Doing nice and my word. Oh, what did you say? 6'5" of him.
Yep. Here's Dembele trying to burst his way through, and Simon is the foil to France's plans again in the first half.
Again, it's just central, isn't it? Very central. Quite comfortable for Unai Simon. And it's from a comfortable distance as well. Just around the edge of the D, outside the 18.
Williams, Moreno is getting forward at any given opportunity now. He's got that pass right there. It's been a huge thorn in France's side in the first half, which there are just 2 minutes to be added on. France are desperate for something to cling on to going into the break, but Kone is not going to get it.
I just love how open this game has become, but France are really suffering. They've not been tight enough on the ball. They're losing possession in really critical areas.
It's not looking like the French team are going to score first half. Can only open up for the second half what they come out with. But it's not looking like anything's going to happen for them. Yamal was fouled there. Two minutes of added time played already. They really need a goal first half. They needed a goal. Took it all the way back to the keeper. They're just managing the game now, managing the half.
Yep. I mean, there's not really much to say, Chris, other than,
It's 2
shoulders
minutes
the right
of added
decision.
time, but they've been playing for like 4 minutes.
It is so unfortunate because it was a lovely, lovely goal. Huge side volley from
Okay, sharp time now.
Kone.
Yeah.
Mbappe. Knows that time is against him and against France. Only seconds of this half to play.
That's it. That's the end of our first half. But the take on there for me is both teams are playing 4 at the back. There's no nonsense 3. But what the other team is just too clinical compared to the other one, and they play well as a team. They're covering each other, they're defending for each other. It's been a really good first half though for Spain. Let's run some transfer updates for you guys. Let's see what we've got here. Kudos is open to leaving West Ham United after rejecting Saudi. So he's not going to Saudi. He doesn't want to go to Saudi, but he wants to leave West Ham. Saudi club were willing to pay £70 million valuation of Kudos. But I think he probably holding on for Manchester United because he wanted to come to United last season. They try to do the Sancho swap, but I don't think United will pay 70 million for Kudus, will they? You never know. Our club, we get our pants pulled down all the time when it comes to the transfer market. Players that are not what 60 million, they're selling them for 100 million pounds to United, and we just seem to go for that. They paid Ajax 48 million pounds for the guy, but West Ham are asking for 70 million for Kudus. I mean, apart from Saudi, I don't. Again, United could pay that. From what I'm hearing, that Brentford are looking for was 70 million, same price or close to what we paid for Cunha. This guy's only got 1 year left in his contract. Why are we forcing the move? Why don't he just get him to, you know, play partly for Brentford next season? And they'll force to sell him in January because he won't want to stay there and he'll be cut price. That's what Real Madrid do. Real Madrid, they wait until they get their man. Why are we so desperate to bring him in? You know, 70 million for Mboma and 250,000 pounds a week, bro. I mean, and for Manchester City, I think it's over for Jack Grealish, £100 million flop. He flopped up Man City so bad that even the press are not even talking about him. They're not talking about how much he's flopping or how much he's flopped up since joining Manchester City. He's won everything though. He's won everything, contributes to some of it, but we could say how many goals did he score? How many goals did Jack Grealish actually score for Manchester City? What did he contribute to Manchester City? Success. He's the biggest flop in the Premier League. Nobody wants to talk about it, but I guess when you're that bad, you don't generate enough. You know, um, enough clickbait, so nobody's checking in for you. Grealish, that's the player. And if that was a player like Marcus Rashford flopping the way Grealish is flopping with the same price tag, bro, we won't hear the end of it. And I think it's over for him. You know, Manchester City, and I don't think any top four club is going to take him either. Can you see Jack Grealish ending up in a top four club? I don't think so. Liverpool will not take him. United will not take him. Well, United is not top four right now, but maybe Spurs might take him, or even Villa. I doubt it. But with the FFP hanging over their head, I don't think Villa will take that because his wages are pretty high as well. Grealish. Kudos for Satley, leave West Ham. Arsenal are considering a potential deal for Kepa. Oh, interesting. Chelsea goalkeeper Kepa. Yeah, Arsenal wants him. So are they saying they don't believe in this keeper and they've gone out one that just won the Golden Glove? Whoa. Man City close to agreeing Height Nori Dale. Man City are close to agreeing that is 3.7 million. Man City they're driving bargains, bro. They're not signing any players right now over certain amount. You see what they do? It's all profit. And they sell their academy players for so much. They're making so much profit. Brighton goalkeeper Biddle edging closer to Birmingham loan move. Okay. By the way, Birmingham sacked their manager or Borough. Middlesbrough sacked what's his name now? Makekari. I think Makekari got sacked today. Anthony is looking to go to Bayer Leverkusen, reunite with Eric Ten Hag. I mean, we know he's got potential. We've seen it in Spain. So can you imagine what Anthony could do in the Bundesliga, right? Anthony will cook in the Bundesliga. He will cook in Germany. We've seen him. He's done it in Spain, right? Same way Harry Kane has gone to Germany and cooking. Anthony will go there and cook and cook. But what cost? We don't know because Ten Hag made us pay about 100 million. I don't want to blame Ten Hag on that, but we paid nearly 100 million for the guy. So how much are we going to sell him for? River Plate prospect Franco chooses Real Madrid over Manchester United. Who can blame him? Franco is going to Madrid, and it's no brainer, mate. No brainer. Between United and Madrid right now, I'll go to Madrid. Um, Inter chooses Izagi replacement. So who's gonna replace Izagi? Because Izagi has gone to Saudi. He's gonna be making 28 million pound a year for coaching his, for managing in Saudi, bro. Al Hilal, 28 million pound as a coach. Would he be the highest paid coach? Probably. Yeah. Or Pep after Pep. That's crazy. So they want Cesc Fabregas, right? They're going for Cesc. Fabregas managing Inter Milan. I can see that, you know, and they need that. I think they need a new generation at Inter because the way they lose that finals of the Champions League, you can tell the old heads they fell apart. The old guys at Inter Milan fell apart, and that's how they lost the final. You know, when you look at PSG team, it was full of youth, and they run them over. So Cesc might be taking over. Cesc Fabregas might be taking over Inter Milan, and then we've got Diaz. Liverpool rejected a bid or rejected a top or approach from Barcelona for Diaz. You know, and Diaz himself has revealed that his reps are in talks with other clubs, and he's just waiting for Liverpool to make a decision on his future. If they want to keep him, I think he's probably looking for improved uh, salary or something like that, or they might let him go to Barca. Napoli they rejected Al Hilal's opening Osimhen offer. What is wrong with Napoli? What have they got against this guy? Osimhen gave them their first trophy in a very long time. So Al Hilal offered them 63 million plus 5 million pound add-on, fees or whatever. But they rejected it. It's like they're punishing Osimhen for something. The Saudi Pro League club does not have an agreement with Osimhen, despite offering him 22 million per year, a deal which quotes about 425k per week. Nigerian International has so far not accepted 21.9 million per year. Yeah, there's nothing there. Millie Bright has gone under operation. Chelsea Women's Club has gone under surgery. Right, and that's the end of transfer update for you guys so far. I'll go back to watching this game. I think they should be coming out now. Hopefully we see an improved French team performance. So Yamal collected a yellow card there, and his team is 2-0 up. But to be honest with you, they've not played good football at all. Spain, they've just played counter-attacking football. That's all they've done. So let us know what you think of that. The way Spain approached this game tonight. It's like they just want to get to the finals. They don't want anything. They don't want to do anything special. So we might see them turn up against Portugal. It's a different ball game, right? Portuguese team. But they've not turned up tonight. They've just sat back and played the counter attack. My prediction is still 4-3 to France. Let us know what you think. Do you think France can come back from this against a very good Spanish side? Everything goes to plan. Sunday is the finals, and also for the third place playoffs. Again, I keep asking, why do we have to pay to watch this game? Nations League game. Why can't we just have it on TV, on national TV? It doesn't make sense. Nations League should be free. Should be on national TV, like, local TV stations to be able to watch this. And that's how you generate support for stuff like this. But at the minute, it's only football fans, you know. We don't generate enough support for this competition by asking people to pay for it to watch it. But everyone should be on holiday right now. A lot of people will be on break. A lot of the footballers should be on holiday. So, but it's been good football, though, to be honest. I mean, even if you pay, I think Prime, they charging £2.49 to watch it on Prime. So it's not bad. But we shouldn't be paying to watch this game at all, regardless if £1.50 or £1. Nations League. There we go. Things are 47 minutes.
Second straight goal in this stadium here in Stuttgart, including the winner to knock Germany out of the Euros last summer, Nico Williams, 3 minutes before that. And a third that was very narrowly called offside. You saw one of the officials talking to the Spanish players, pointing at his shoulder. I mean, Spain was a shoulder length away from being 3-0 up. What do France have to fix in this second half?
Well, they have to finish their chances. It sounds simple, but they've been in some great spots throughout that first half. It was just the decision-making, and then Spain really grew into the game and took the game completely over. I expect a response here early in the second half from France to try to push, to try to press, and try to get themselves really back into this game.
No changes for either side. Mignon immediately pressured, and he has a little dance around Mikel Oyarzabal, who has assists on both goals tonight. We've seen both goalkeepers with confidence, ball at their feet. Marino brings that down. Lamine Yamal on the run. Teo Hernandez trying to recover. Oyarzabal! That was blocked, and it was offside anyway. France are happy to continue forward. Marino was a bit banged up behind the play as that was going on.
And I'm interested to see what tactical changes Didier Deschamps has in the way in which they attack. I felt it was too slow and predictable for the large majority of that first half. Nobody was staying high. Mbappe was dropping so deep. Elise trying to get on the ball. Not enough of Dembele, not enough of Desiree Doué in the right spots. So talented 1v1, but there were no options for him to bounce the ball, and Spain were doubling down in those wide areas. If they can switch the point of attack, they can create some good opportunities. Another turnover. Here's Yamal.
Lamine Yamal running forward. Teo Hernandez gave it away. Yamal shot blocked by Kone. Dembele, quick touch. Olise. Kylian Mbappe. Mbappe, great little cutback on Yamal. Hands it off wide. Doué, Kone, Olise, Dembele has Kalulu on the overlap, back inside instead, back outside, Kalulu whips it across all the way through the 6-yard box. Mbappe's arguing it took a Spanish touch. The officials disagree, it's a Spain throw.
Well, I'm not sure we saw that type of ball throughout the entire first half for France. Kalulu making a great overlapping run. They play the ball inside. They finally have options. You saw that little touch, but Michael Oliver not seeing it. Still going to be a Spanish throw. But what an enticing ball. But yet, nobody on the end of it. Nobody crashing in front of the box, taking a gamble to get behind that last man. That was a terrific pass.
Lulu rising up over Nico Williams to knock that away. Spain control it in the middle, though. Konate came smashing through on Williams, who was between him and the ball. Williams is bewildered. That's not a Spanish free kick. It's a French free kick. It's taken quickly. It's Ousmane Dembele. Dembele on Cucurella, who blocks the shot. Yamal, did he use his arm to control? It's given away anyway. Teo Hernandez. Desiree Doué. Hernandez! And it's all the way through again for France. Dembele closest to it. But France with a good start attacking-wise to the half.
And pinning Spain back. Yamal trying to backheel 25 yards from his own goal. Gives the ball right back to France. Teo Hernandez is essentially shooting this across towards the far post. Just hits it too hard. Dembele makes the right run. He's down sliding, anticipating. But it was too far away for him to get on the end of, which Teo Hernandez knows. He hit that with too much pace. But two terrific balls. Great early start here in the second half for France. And by the way, if they capitalize on one of these, it is truly game on.
Nico Williams got kicked there by Kalulu. During the replay sequence, Kylian Mbappe was urging the French supporters, who are at the end there now attacking, to make more noise. Nico Williams got a flat tire. They sold just shy of 17,000 tickets directly through the French Federation to French supporters. That's more than the Federation ever sold for a and it's given away by Williams. Mbappe.
Yamal give the ball away now. Williams giving
Elise.
Penalty to Spain. Oh my days.
By Dean Housen.
Offside though.
Konate just a little bit of a shove in the back of Marino to allow him to help win that ball out of the way, but Marino tackles it off. Nico Williams, Yamal to his left, hands it off. Yamal! Big tackle by Adrian Rabiot, and a penalty for Spain.
Now, Rabiot can't believe this. He felt like he got the ball, which I felt too, but I think it's the scissoring with the left leg coming as well. A scissor type of tackle that ends up completely taking Yamal out. Ball's turned over in the middle of the field. Nico Williams driving at the heart. He's got Yamal to his left. Comes inside, creates space. It looks like he's just onside, I think. And then there's the tackle. This will be a good look at it here up close.
No, it's not penalty.
Yeah, I think that's a foul because his right leg ends up taking out the leg of Yamal before he gets contact with the left leg. So I think it's absolutely.
Yamal was not in control of that ball at all.
A penalty. That offside is going to be a very tight decision, which they are checking. Whether Lamine Yamal, his left foot might have been just behind, which will bail Rabiot out. Because if it is onside, I think it's absolutely 100% a penalty.
So now they're checking for the offside.
Jared Gill, the video assistant referee, native of Australia, moved to England in 2019, has been a Premier League referee since. And they're using
Rabiot, come on, what have you done? What have you done? 3-0. Jeez. Just when they were playing so well. It's 3-0. Tommy Yamal scored a penalty just to make a statement. He won the penalty and they let him took the penalty and it's 3-0. Wow. Wow. He won the penalty, took it and he scored. You can't fault him, you know. Seventeen years of age, man. 17 years old. The kid is unstoppable. He's unstoppable. Who's gonna stop him? Bruno's got a job to do. It's 4-0. Here we go. Pedri again. Pedri, the newly crowned best midfielder, has just scored. Pedri just scored, bro. Wow. 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 Pedri makes it 4. My prediction totally catapulted there. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. France, what have you done? Mbappe, what have you done? That's 4-0. I'm tired of updating my feed. I'm sick of updating my feed. It's one-sided. Pedri, the newly crowned king of the midfield, did it. Wow. Wow. Let me know what you guys think, man, because this is gonna take us over. It's 1 minute apart, that goal. From the penalty to Pedri's goal. It's a minute apart.
They can't believe it. Just stunned, this French team. Couple of chances to start the second half. Felt that they might have been able to come back here against this Spanish team. Boom, penalty goes in from Lamine Yamal. And then just right after the kickoff, Spain cutting them open once again. How about that touch? Pedri getting the ball over his head, continues his run. Nico Williams, as he has done all game long, attracts two defenders. Well, leaves some space. Pedri says, thank you very much. Ball's behind him again, able to drag it with him, and then the composure on the finish. He knows now Mignon's going down to his right, lifts it over him with the left. That poor French supporter in that section, my oh my. Spanish masterclass. And they're well on their way to the final. Here they come again.
Nico Williams behind Oyarzabal. Officially, it's 1 minute and 40 seconds between the goals, but much of those 100 seconds were taken up with the celebrations before the game kicked back off. Pedri's third goal in 33 games for Spain. Didn't play in the Euro semi-final a year ago. He suffered a knee injury here in Stuttgart the game before. This would represent the biggest margin of victory in the series history between these nations since 1949. A 5-1 win for Spain.
And there's still 35 minutes.
Finally.
I mean, we saw with PSG Inter Milan. We saw with Vancouver Cruz Azul.
Yep.
Games of top level teams in big moments that turn into these routes.
Or 25 minutes to rescue.
How does something like that happen, and what is it exactly that is so magical and so much magically better tonight for Spain against France? Mbappe driving his way through, and that's a penalty for France. Where have we seen this movie before? And the question might well be, is it inside or outside the box? As they look at it.
Yeah, I think it's a foul. I think it's a penalty. Mbappe sells it, make no mistake about it, but Pedro Porro is beat, and then he's got his hands and he's pulling at the jersey, and he has some contact on Mbappe. So I don't see enough there that would be decisive enough to overturn this penalty, and an opportunity for Mbappe to cut the lead by 1 to make it 3 goals.
Kylian Mbappe actually hasn't scored in his last 7 games for France. It's the longest drought of his international career. His last goal was a penalty against Poland in the group stage finale at last year's Euros. Unai Simon has been phenomenal tonight. He's made 5 saves in total.
Still going. Not over yet. So the shots they've had is 15 shots for France and 14 for Spain. So I just don't know how France are not leading this game. You know, they just not being clinical enough. Mbappe missed the first chance of the game. He missed it. They've had more shots than Spain. 4-1, 65-minute play, 4-1.
Ball's first touch let him down, but he's able to recover for Porro. Now find Mignon. Longley. Desiree Doué. Entry for company. Hands it off for Teo Hernandez. Mbappe. Draws the company. Still with it. Finally hands it off for Kone. Triple substitution in the wings for France. Saw triple sub change the game significantly from Portugal last night. A very different type of game. Dembele, great move. Dembele hands it off wide. Doué just wide. Boy, had that gone in, that would have really started something.
He's been quiet throughout. A lot of talk about Doué coming off the back of winning the Champions League. Great individual performance. Scored 2 goals in that game. Hasn't had too much space. This time, finally able to get Porro a little bit of space between them. Opts for the early shots. Trying to bend into that far post. Deschamps would have absolutely loved that one to find the side netting there. It didn't, but here comes a little bit of pressure. High press from France. Spain trying to play out of it.
Ball's out, but off who? It'll be a Spain throw. Spain preparing 2 substitutions of their own. Including their Champions League winner, Fabian Ruiz, and the winning goal scorer of the Euro semi-final last year, Dani Olmo. It's going to be Spain, or France, I should say, that goes first. Doué's night is done. Kalulu's debut is done. We'll bring Olise off as well. And an exciting debut for that young man, Ryan Cherki, 21-year-old of Olympique Lyonnais. Malo Gusto and Bradley Barcola are the others who come on. Nico Williams sees his night end. He scored the opening goal. And Pedri will come off as well. And here a great salute for the fans as he does so. Now comes Fabian Ruiz, who is the current champion of the European Championships, the UEFA Nations League, the UEFA Champions League, French Ligue 1, and the French Cup. The man's a winner. And so now you have 5 new players on the field as Konate almost gave that away to Dani Olmo. So how will this change the game, and just how chaotic might the next few minutes become with all those changes? Rabiot picks it up. Barcola. Cherki, first touch the French player. Barcola bounced up. Did he use his arm? He did. Michael Oliver saw it well enough that he decided to blow the whistle then and there.
Yeah, you can see it just helps it with the right hand in front of him. But a little look at Now, France essentially defending with 4. Konate's having to step all the way into the midfield to try to defend Marino. It's leaving them 1v1 at the back, so a lot of risk. But that's what you have to do when you're down 3 goals. Cherky is an excellent player between the lines here and behind the midfield, picking the ball up, a little first touch. Barkla is going to play out on that left-hand side.
It's just goals galore everywhere, man. Yamal again, 5-1, 67-minute play, and Yamal just is really playing for that Ballon d'Or. Are they gonna give it to him? We don't know. Does he deserve it? Probably. But the kid is good. He's too good. The kid is just too good, man. You can't deny that. He's too good. 5-1. At 17 years of age. Come on. And the goal he just scored, if you see it, is the goal of the, probably of the tournament so far. The goal of the game and the goal of the tournament so far. Wow. Spain are lucky, man, to have him. He's definitely the new Messi, the Messi of this generation. Definitely, definitely. Special player, man. He's not coming back from this, France. He's not coming back from this. No. They're not playing as a team. Look at that free kick they just took. It like they all crowded in one section and there was no support for the other guy. They're not playing as a team at all. Pull up. Poro is quite good as well now. Poro just showed that, I was doubting him as Spurs, but he showed he's a good player. He's defending really well. He's defended really well tonight. Spain are comfortably playing from the back. There we go. According to the record, right, France versus Spain in competitive games, France France have won 6, and this will be the 4th time Spain will beat France. Um, Aitzin is actually playing full 90 minutes. He's a proper Real Madrid player now. Welcome to La Liga. You can't stop him out. Yeah, this French team is not gonna win the World Cup. Nah. If they don't get their acts together and start playing as a team, yeah, I can't see them getting out of the first group stage. The counter. Look at that break. Well, Yamal just signed his new contract at Barcelona as well. I wonder how much he's getting. Not trying to pocket watch him, but he deserves every penny.
Lenormand, who's also born in France, who's a naturalized Spanish citizen. The dual national nature of international soccer on display out there. Cherki, great vision, long run. Dembele got there, it's off the post. Second time tonight, France have rattled the frame. Rabiot's pressure wins it back. And Cherki in his debut, poked away by Fabian Ruiz. And Dembele draw the foul. France will have a game on Sunday regardless. There is a third place match. It'll be here in Stuttgart. That's how close Ousmane Dembele came. It'll be France against Germany here, which will be a rematch of the Euro quarterfinal that France won in this same building a year ago. Gusto. Rabiot. Little wall pass and back. And Spain certainly have not stopped defending, even with this big lead.
It's in their DNA.
Defending?
Everything. This team is just so committed in the way in which at times they have to defend deep, and at times in which they want to press high, and times in which they just want to control the game and have possession. It's not the one-dimensional Spain that we got to know a little bit after that period where they were winning everything. Xavi, Iniesta, Fernando Torres, David Villa.
Cherki, great ball for Gusto. Cuts it back in, Mbappe. Just telegraphed it to the end, and a good step by Pedro Porro, intercepted. Now Lamine Yamal sitting on a hat trick. He's just happy to slow it up. But a Spanish style, as you were saying, death by 1,000 cuts. Let him down in 2018 in Russia. Let him down, for that matter, against Morocco at the last World Cup. Something has clicked since Luis de la Fuente took charge after that World Cup. They've been unstoppable. And the French players looking around each other saying, is someone going to actually chase and press? How humiliating must this be? This isn't some middle of the road team. This is France.
Yeah, Spanish France.
And here's the thing, Spain can possess the ball like this for days and days without giving you a sniff, but then also the different good contact on the ball.
Oh my
Michael
goodness.
Oliver saying,
they can turn apart
you had a good
France
striking
like
goal.
Portugal.
Simon once again coming up with another fantastic save.
And Colomoni will replace Ousmane Dembele, who will join Doué on the bench at the end of superlative, incredible seasons with their club. And Teo Hernandez, last man back there to prevent Lamine Yamal in the breakout. This is not the game that... And Colomoni will replace Ousmane Dembele, who will join Doué on the bench at the end of superlative, incredible seasons with their club. And Teo Hernandez, last man back there to prevent Lamine Yamal in the breakout. This is not the game that France and those PSG Champions League winners were expecting here tonight. This is the most goals France have allowed in a match since 1969. Two more Spanish substitutions, Dani Vivian and that man, Samuel Guewa. Zabal, 2 assists tonight. Looks like Lenormand will be the other to come off. Lenormand playing against the country of his birth for the first time. Guewa, 21 years old, Spanish-born to Nigerian parents. Actually changed his last name late in the fall to take his mother's name instead of his father's name, which he had been known by up until then. Cherki sends it in. Lucas Hernandez got the header to it. And Cucurella clears it away. Guewa coming off a phenomenal season, 25 goals for Porto in Portugal.
5-2, what a goal.
I cannot believe what this night has turned into, France. They lost to England in a friendly in London 5-0 in 1969. That's the last time they have allowed as many goals as they have allowed tonight to Spain. Who will have a chance on Sunday to lift a European trophy for a 3rd consecutive summer. June of 23, 2 years ago, they beat Croatia in penalties in the Netherlands to win the Nations League. And then last July in Berlin, they beat England to win the European Championship. Kone, Mbappe, Cherki, why not? Oh, what a hit! Ryan Cherki on his debut with a phenomenal goal for France.
Well, a little glimpse at why so many are so excited about his talent. Top assist getter in Liga, 8 goals on the season as well. And on his debut, as you said, that's one to remember on a night to forget for France. 5-2, but what a strike that is. My goodness, with the left foot. Foot up over the top of it, just absolutely hammered that into the back of the net. Consolation goal, but an absolute beauty.
For a player that fans, particularly down in Lyon, where he's from, are incredibly excited about. Join Olympique Lyonnais as a 7-year-old, debuted at 16. And as you said, is coming off a phenomenal individual season. One of a number of French players on the field tonight who lost to Spain in the Olympic gold medal final last summer, who were hoping to avenge that defeat, let alone the guys who lost in the Euro semifinal to Spain.
I think the big difference tonight when we think about it is just been defensively, France have been all over the place and unable to deal with Spain's attack and movement. And you touched on it a little bit earlier, John, about just how banged up they are, missing Saliba and Upamecano. Konate is in there. He's the player that has had consistent minutes, but Longley alongside him, the two of them, really you can see in their partnership just how disconnected they were. You had a debutant at right back. It felt like in the moments that they needed to be connected as a unit, it wasn't there. And then when you're playing a team like Spain that is so good as a unit and has so much quality, to punish you on those moments where you make mistakes, that ends up being the big difference. So I think if they were playing again in a relatively close period, it wouldn't just be as long.
Wow. Maybe there could be one more goal in this. One more goal. What a goal. I've just been watching the replay again. Yo, Theo Hernandez just brought down Yamal. That's mad. Spun him around and he had to take him out. Cucurella needs a break, man, because this guy's played every single minute this season, and he's still got a Club World Cup to come and the World Cup to come as well. Cucurella needs a break.
Fans are trying to start the wave. Clearly not as adept as Mexican fans at being able to do that really effectively. There's a reason it's known as the Mexican wave globally.
Oh, it's picking up steam now, though. There we go.
I told you there's another goal here. Spin. Are they just gonna are they gonna give this game away?
Kone feeds it in for Mbappe.
5-3.
Clips it out wide. Barcola.
Five three.
Kone trying to find an angle. Malo Gusto. The wave now going through the Spanish supporters down to our left. Great backdoor pass. Malo Gusto rolls it in front of the own goal. And let's just hold on a second here. 7 minutes to play. France are 2 goals away. Danny Vivian getting the final touch.
Not looking happy, and both teams have made a lot of changes. Nice run in behind. And a ball into a dangerous area, a ball that we saw a couple of times at the start of this half. So difficult to defend going back towards your own goal, as you see there, because he's poking it away, knowing that Kylian Mbappe is on his shoulder, ready to put that one in the back of the net. Didn't get his body back quick enough to be able to clear it and get turned. So now we have a 2-goal deficit.
And a huge roar from the French supporters, trying to urge their team forward. Now, how does Spain respond to this little moment?
I gotta tell you, I wasn't expecting 8 goals between these two teams.
Cucurella takes a hard tackle. Spanish bench is really upset. And then Mbappe was kicking that ball back over to where the free kick would be taken. It hit Cucurella in the back of the head. Zabal arguing the point with the 4th official.
Well, here's the initial foul. Just a dragging of the right foot from Colomboani, takes out Cucurella.
And importantly, takes about a minute off the clock. Hernandez kept that one in play. Marino took it away from Yamal. 5 minutes plus stoppage time. France have twice been down by 4 goals tonight. They're back within 2. Aguero running in. Manuel backing off. Kick save. Just enough to steer it wide and out for a corner.
Well, it's a nice run. Able to get in behind. Hits it. You can see into the ground a touch. Kick save from Maignan. Preventing the 6th, which hesitant to say, but probably would have been the end of the game. Hard to say the way this game has been going, though.
You say that with a smile on your face. Dani Olmo to take after Mignon's 3rd save. In-swing corner at the near post, sent away. Cucurella trying to steer it back to Olmo. Did he get himself back on side? Appears that he did. Cucurella swing and a miss, trying to play it back inside. Kone now. Gusto. No one in a white shirt in that area of the field. 4 minutes plus stoppage time. Marino, big pocket of space. He's got a goal already. Trying to slip it through for Aguero. Well read by Gusto. Dangerous tackle. Lunging out to try to keep it. Barcola a foot race with Pedro Porro. Look at the speed from Bradley Barcola. Mbappe's in the middle. Barcola, can he get across the way? It's the cutback. Colomboigny! That was the chance. He misses high.
Oh, wow. Everybody around us standing up on their feet thinking that one was in the back of the net. A prolific goal scorer in Colomboigny. Excellent running from Barcola using his speed. Fresh into the game. You can see the fresh legs burning Pedro Porro on that right-hand side, and then having the awareness to wait for the moment. Would have been easy to try to slip it to Mbappe, who had a couple of defenders around him, and he just can't stay on top of it to keep it under the crossbar. He thought it was in.
He had the chance to win the World Cup final.
You had to bring that up.
It's the last time I squealed his name that loudly. Dean Housen was down, getting stretched out for a moment. He's back up now. That's a foul given away by France in a moment they don't need to be giving away opportunities like that for Spain to take time off the clock. You saw their 38 total shots tonight, 16 of them on target. Half of those, 8. Well, I guess technically 7 in the back of the net because we had an own goal. Yamal clipping it up. Housen committing a foul, trying to get down off the chest. 2 minutes plus stoppage time for France to find 2 goals and complete what would be one of the more remarkable comebacks in international soccer history. Gavi, is he potentially going to make his return after a long, long injury absence for Spain as they try to see this out? Barcola again with the speed. It was knocked away.
Simone's on his line.
Rabiot couldn't do anything about it.
Gavi's on.
Trying to spin it around. It was down even beyond there, creating a tough situation, then gives away a free kick.
Wow. I'm not sure Rabiot was able to settle the ball to have a direct strike on goal, but Simone had come all the way off his line to try to deal with that long ball over the top. Now that's a...
Just derailed a career of a young man who's still just 20 years of age. It'll be his 28th appearance, including an injury absence. If and when he does indeed come on, he's not coming on just yet. Spain once again trying to take all the air out of this game that they can. What was a laugher at one point is now turned a little bit nervy. Yamal knew he was offside. Five added minutes at a minimum. Spain want to make the sub. They will make the sub. It'll be Mikel Merino, who scored tonight in his second consecutive visit to this stadium. Gavi, who tore his right ACL November of 2023, playing for Spain against Georgia. He's on the field for Spain for the first time since, having returned this fall for Barcelona. Spain are out of subs now. France have 4 minutes and change. And they've had a couple chances to get that next one, including the Colomboani chance a moment ago. And that pass is mishit behind him by Lucas Hernandez. Gusto heads it right back out. France get this under control and get it upfield. That's not going to find Mbappe. Miguel wins the header. Olmo held away from it by Konate. Lucas Hernandez rolls it in. Barcola plays it right back out. Teo Hernandez running forward. Instead it's Cherki bringing infield. Malo Gusto. Space and time for a cross. Gusto whips it in. The header is well wide in the end. That was Barcola. They're asking a lot to try to get that goal bound.
Yeah, it was behind him, so he really tried to generate the power to snap his neck towards goal. It's a good ball in from Gusto, but you can see he's trying to go back. Ends up just coming off the shoulder a little bit. As that clock is ticking away now.
What would you say is the difference between the first 70 minutes, 5-1 Spain, and the last 20, which has been much more, obviously, France trying to come back?
Yeah, I think Luis de la Fuente felt that this was completely wrapped up and made more subs than he probably would have, having that 4-goal advantage. Or in parts of the field that he made the changes. Ends up making a change at center back. You don't often see that.
Wow.
And so I just think that Spain got a little bit complacent in this game after what was a sensational 70 minutes. And then France get the penalty. Then they score again. And then all of a sudden, you start to feel like there's a little bit of unease, which there has been. And there still might be if France can score here in the next minute.
They have 2 minutes to work with. Flipped across to Cherki on his debut. A wonderful goal. He'll clip that cross into a great area. And hold on a second. Hold on a second. France are back within a goal. It is Randall Colomboani. It's 5-4. And we still have 2 minutes to play here in Stuttgart. I'm not going to say
it's game on. Well, it's game on.
Cherki's been excellent since he's come on the field, adding to his goal now with a beautiful assist, floating it between two Spanish defenders. Talked about the changes in center back. Vivian's had a hard time in the game. This time he just gets completely beat. Colomboani, excellent timing. His 9th goal now for France. And De La Fuente, a nervous look on his face as France are only behind by 1 goal. Add 30 seconds or so for the goal. We might have about 2 minutes left.
That's a foul, though, in the middle. Kone caught Fabian Ruiz.
If Mbappe had scored that first chance this evening,
goodness me,
France should be winning this.
What a game.
And here's something to think about. Unai Simon made 6 saves. France hit the frame of the goal twice. And we, through much of the game, thought, oh, well, whatever. They have had so many chances on top of their 4 goals they have scored. Colomboani with a yellow to add to his goal.
What a game.
It changes the story around Spain, though, and how they played through 70 minutes, because now a lot of the conversation will be about how they almost threw the game away and weren't quite as dominant, and they have some frailties at the back.
We've lost a good 60 seconds. Let's see how much Michael Oliver adds on as Steenhausen sweeps it forward. Dani Olmo not going to get there. And
here we go.
France's last chance at the end of a wild night at Stuttgart. Is their incredible finish coming, or can Spain hold on? Mignon will take an extra second here to reset the ball and launch it forward. And then Konate goes down, holding his face. It's going to be another free kick. The Spanish are furious.
Well, they're going to bring everybody up now. I would imagine Turkey's just going to wait, unless they pump the ball wide and then into the box. I would get everybody up, try to stand it up to the back post, try to win the first header, and then crash the box.
96 minute. Cherki over it. He'll clip it up. Unai Simon comes all the way out. He's not going to get credited for a save for that, but that might be his biggest play of the night. And it might be the last thing that gets Spain over the line in one of the wildest ways we could have imagined this heavyweight clash to go. Still, Michael Oliver lets him play all the way to Mignon. Do France still have time? Mignon sends it forward. No, that's the end. A 9-goal thriller in Stuttgart sends Spain to the UEFA Nations League final.
Wow, what a game. What a game. Spain showing a masterclass through 70 minutes. France showing some resolve and some pride in the way in which they battled back.
9 goals.
Some incredible individual goals on both sides. It's almost going to get lost in the shuffle that Lamine Yamal scored 2, scored a penalty. And Spain, in the way in which they attacked and pressed and controlled the game for the large majority, there's going to be some questions about coming up against a very good Portuguese team that came from behind against Germany. I cannot wait for that final on Sunday. Lamine Yamal versus Ronaldo. So much talent on display. Champions League winners on both sides. See you in Munich.
We will talk to you Sunday from Munich as this remarkable game comes to a close. We'll send you back to Rob Stone in Los Angeles. It finishes here in Stuttgart in the UEFA Nations League semi-final. Spain 5, France 4.
Didier Deschamps and France, a massive late round.
What's going to happen with Deschamps now? Is he still going to take over? He's going to take France to the World Cup. I think he's retiring after the World Cup anyway. So they'll probably let him take France to the World Cup. But that's 5-4, 9 goals real as predicted. Well, my prediction were 4-3, 7 goals, but they gave us extra. France is a shame. They hit the post twice. Mbappe missed the first sitter, the first half. They should have won it, but unfortunately they weren't clinical enough. So fair play to the Spanish team, Spanish players. They did their thing. Yamal did his thing again, And if he beats Portugal on Sunday, the conversation is going to be Yamal for the Ballon d'Or. We're going to see a very special game on Sunday, and we'll be streaming it. Beautiful. Wow. Wow, what a game, guys. What do you think? What do you think? The finals, the prediction. So we've got Portugal versus Spain. That's not going to be an easy game for both sides. But one side has got Yamal, the other side has got five times Ballon d'Or winner, right? I don't know if Rodri is getting involved in this tournament for Spain. We've got Ronaldo, who's won it 5 times, and we've got Yamal, who could win it as the youngest winner ever. I don't know. He didn't win the Champions League, but if he wins this and he wins the World Cup, clearly he's got to win the Ballon d'Or. We didn't see much tonight from Dembele, simply because they not played as a team tonight. France, France didn't play as a team. They didn't. We didn't see much from Due either. Bakole came on late, but you can see why that guy's on the bench. He's got bags of talent. Olise shouldn't have started that game. It looks like he had fun for the first 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes. After that, it just went quiet. And keeper probably should have saved some of those. But, again, Mbappe should have scored uh, his first chance, first half. Um, then two balls hit the post for France. And then what I noticed about Spain is they allow France to keep the ball in front of them and hit them on the counter. That's where Yamal became really dangerous on the counter. And but it was nice. It was a good game to watch. My prediction was first 4-3, but we got 5-4. As a neutral, we love to see it. 2 hours, 7 minutes on the stream. Um, Not the biggest stream, probably not compared to yesterday. Now where Ronaldo plays, the streams goes up. Yesterday, I found out I'll hit the top 5 of the streamers yesterday. And today, I've not checked today. Let me see. Let's have a look. Eyes are very itchy now. I think I need glasses. My glasses, to be honest. There's a lot of streamers for this game tonight. You can tell how popular this game has been. People have been looking forward to this game, so I'm not surprised. It was Yamal versus Mbappe, man. But Yamal came up on top. No denying it. 5-4. That was crazy. So what do you think is going to win the finals between Portugal and Spain? Now I can tell you now I'm going for Spain because um, even though I wanted them to lose against France because I wanted to see Mbappe versus Ronaldo, but now I think Spain will just edge it. Spain might just edge it. What do you think? I mean, Ronaldo will definitely score. I can see him scoring. It's going to be a very good game. It'll be a very good game, man. So I was on the stream. My eyes are itchy. I think I need to try and get some sleep. France might just want to hire the PSG boss after the champ retires after the World Cup. It might help them. Or they call for Zidane to take them to the World Cup. You see that happening? Probably not. 5-4. Wow. What a game. And don't tell me you didn't see that coming either, because that's just prediction for these games, type of games. It's gonna happen. But against Portugal, we might just see another, you know, more goals like this. And this is doing my head in. I'm gonna come back. Just need to grab a quick drink. The stream will not end because I was thinking of getting this stream into the top two tonight. So I might let this stream go overnight. You can leave your predictions um for the finals between Spain and Portugal, please. And shall we look at the updates on the transfer world? Let's have a look. Any new updates? Any movement? Burma to United? Anything has happened? Has anything happened? Has that been Here We Go? Has anyone had Jack Wilshere, Cleverly, and Buckingham to be interviewed for the Plymouth job? And Kudos is still looking to leave West Ham. I don't know who's gonna sign him, man. They might have to send him to Saudi if they really want 70 million for him because United want him, but they're not gonna pay 70 million for him. But then again, saying that United pay 70 million for a lot of people, but a player with 1 year contract left on his name, why would you want to pay 70 million for him? He's still young, just let him run down his contracts. Well, Chelsea got a player like Dilla for 30 million, we couldn't even get that. To Bellingham to Dortmund. I love how this family do business. The kids they play there, they found their fit in here, and then once they hit the Premier League level, they go abroad, saving their kids some serious mental health issues there. Just keep them in England in the Premier League, they'll get abused by the press. They'll get abused. They'll get set up by the press. Send women on them. These girls when they go to the clubs, all the girls you see there chasing after footballers are set up by the press. I guarantee you that. The Bellinghams, as soon as they hit that peak, well, they're off to they're off to another league where they will be well looked after. Nobody know who they are. They'll just play their football and move on to bigger teams. I think that's what's happening. So according to the press, United will not be impacted by PSR this season. No chance, no matter how much they spend. Whilst Aston Villa, they're in trouble. So they don't even need to sell Sancho, Rashford, or Anthony. They'll still be fine PSR, according to the press. Or from what I've seen tonight as well online. So Villa in trouble, but United could still sign a few more players and still not get impacted by PSR this season. How sweet is that? Maybe that's what Amorim meant when he said we don't need to sell Bruno, but we do need to qualify for European football. Brazil playing. Ooh, I might watch that. Argentina playing as well tonight. Brazil, Argentina, all of them playing tonight. Let me see if I can pull this up here. There's a lot of South American games tonight. Tennis Brazil. Let's have a look. I want to see Casemiro, bro. Casa Anthony, they both selected for the Brazilian team, innit? Total of 40 shots, between the two of them. 40 shots. It's mad. Not a lot of defending there, is it? 40 shots, 9 goals. France, more possession, 56%. 24 shots by France. So Spain, 16 shots. 9 on target for France, 8 for um, Spain. 41 touches in the Spanish box compared to 23 in the French box. Spain committed more fouls, 17 to 14. Goalkeeping saves. Spain goalkeeper was under too much pressure on 6 saves. Corner 6 for France. Well, France actually dominated the game because even attacking shots from outside the box everywhere. Spain offside here. They fell short defending, but they have absolutely dominated Spain. What a shame. I'm sure if they meet again, they'll probably handle the game a lot better. Wow, wow. So I'm looking for the Brazil game. So they probably will not kick off until later on tonight. Let's have a look here. Brazil women are playing Jamaican women as well. Friendly. It's at 12 o'clock. So Brazil playing um, Ecuador at 12. I need to take a break from this and I shall be back for that game. We're definitely going to be watching that game, Brazil. There's a few of them actually, even Argentina playing. Um, anyway, so France entertain us and Spain entertain us. Well, 9 goals thriller between the two of them. Um, and we get to watch Ronaldo versus Neymar on Sunday for the finals. Let us know your prediction. Who do you think is going to win? And also, we got to watch Mbappe versus what can I call Sané play for the third place in Germany again. It's been a complete entertaining games the past 2 days, and we've got to come off this now. Get ready for the Brazil game. I'm gonna take a quick break, maybe go for a quick walk, a quick run, come back. Thank you for watching. Thank you for participating. And see you guys soon.